Oh, look at all this snow. Glad I don't go there anymore, but you know, guys, like, what the fuck, you know? I wasted all my time today for nothing. Ignore everything I said. Ignore that I got a job. I didn't get a job. I don't have a job. The whole thing was just a waste of time, you know? Like, what the fuck, you know? It's like, they called me, you know? They called me yesterday in the evening and they said, can you come in for a meeting at 6 a.m.? So I was like, yeah, sure. I'll be there. You know, like, I had to get like, come prepared, you know? It's really cold outside. It's like minus 20. It's freezing. You know, I'm wearing this huge winter jacket, winter pants, safety boots, you know? Work equipment, you know? And I come at 6 a.m., you know? I go there at 6 a.m. And there's a bus over there. It says out of service. I don't know if I should, unless it's gonna change, but yeah, maybe I'll start heading to the bus. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, like, it's like, you know, they said be there at 6. I show up. I had to wake up at like 4 a.m., like 4:50. Well, I mean, almost 5, but still, it's 4 a.m. You know, shit, I don't know if, oh, okay, yeah, that bus really is out of service. Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, I woke up at like 4:50, you know, really early. I'm tired. I only got 5 hours of sleep. I went on the bus, went on the train. I showed up to the office. And guess what? They said it's for me to come in at 6, right? Well, it was 6:30. It was still, you know, closed. I stood in the freezing weather for 30 minutes. I got so cold, my feet started hurting. Then finally at 6:30 they opened. I went in and I came up to the lady. I was like, hi, I'm here for, you know, my meeting. You guys said, you know, that you wanted me to come in. They're like, yeah, take a seat, you know. We just take a seat and we'll let you know if there's any snow shoveling positions. I sat there for like 3.5 hours doing absolutely nothing, you know? Like, they turned the TV on, but I didn't come to watch movies. I came to get a job. You know, I sat there for like, oh shit. Sorry, guys. Bobcat, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I got out of the Bobcat's way. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, I was there for like fucking 3.5 hours just sitting on my ass, doing nothing. You know, like, what the fuck? Why did they invite me to a meeting at like, you know, 6 a.m. when it was already 9:30? I was still sitting there. You know, there were a bunch of people with me too. Like, a lot of them were pretty young, in their 20s, like me. They all left. They just couldn't take it anymore. Like, you know, I left too. You know, I just got up and left. I mean, I was there for like 3.5 hours. Like, why invite me at 6 a.m. if clearly it's a 6 a.m. meeting, you know? If it's a 6 a.m. meeting, what I expected is I would have went there at 6 a.m. They would have, you know, snow shoveling required. And they would immediately put me to work at 6 a.m. You know, they would give me like a shovel. They would give me like a snowblower. They would make me work, you know? They would actually make me work or whatever. You know? Like, why the fuck did I go there for 3 hours just sitting there doing nothing, you know?